Hi there, this is Karen McCarthy, independent nail stylist with ColorStreet. Ouch, I just banged my foot on something. I'm going to show you how you can easily do amazing nails with ColorStreet. I am doing Snowman's Land since we have snow in Montana right now. And I'm saving all my Valentine designs for my customers. So when you open your package, there are some instructions, so if you forget how to do it, there's instructions there. You get a prep pad, which I'll explain in just a minute. You get an adorable little file. Some people are collecting these because I think there's 7 different types. And you get a packet of nail strips. You get 2 of these sets of 8 different sizes. And that's really great because people have all kinds of different sizes of nails. And mine, they change size depending on what I have on my nails. I have very weak nails. Right now I used a friend's dip. She only had white or pink, so I used white. So you can see how much it's grown out, and it did chip off in a few places. If you see me live and my nails are kind of a mess, it's usually what's under them chipping off, not the ColorStreet. The ColorStreet lasts really well. There is a little tab, there it is. You want to keep these from being exposed to the air too much. So I usually take out, if I can, just 1 strip at a time. But it usually doesn't happen. So I'll just put this back on top. They do start to totally dry out if they are exposed to air. It takes a while, but because there's so many in here, we can usually get at least a set and a half out of them. You just put the extras back in the package and seal it. I should tell you that because I usually forget at the end. I put them back in here, smooth out all of the air, and then I have, and I should just start heating it up, I have like a hair straightener, and I use that to just seal the end. I've used one of those candle lighters, cigarette lighter, even the gas burner in my oven, which probably isn't very advisable. If the more air you get out, the longer they will last, and then you can use them again later. All right. So this is already a mixed mani. You see the couple of different designs, but I'm going to add one of our twosies as another accent. This is one of my favorites. It's Cran-tastic, and I don't know if you can see how sparkly it is, but I love me the glitter. And there's no glitter on this one, so I gotta have some glitter. So I'm gonna put this on a couple of my fingernails. In fact, I'm gonna do that now before I forget. And I'm looking for the little tab. I'm having problems with my eyes, and that's why I'm not showing myself on the camera. I'm not doing any eye makeup for a couple of days because I'm getting kind of problems with my eyes. So then I can't see. All right, so this is how easy it is. The first thing you do, you want to make sure that you have washed your hands really, really well. Don't use cuticle oil, lotion, anything like that for like an hour before or an hour after you do the nails, because that can keep your fingernail polish from adhering to the nails. So I've washed my nails really well. Then just to make double sure, we get the prep pad and we just wipe off each nail to get any remaining natural nail oils, soap, lotion, anything that might still be clinging to our nails. And I always do around my cuticles too. It's gonna be so nice. I've had this for 24 hours waiting to do this video. I don't like having not pretty nails. And this is so grown out and chipped that I'm so excited to get something on. These can go over anything. I've used them over acrylics. This is a nail dip. I've used it over that. They adhere really well. Now my natural nails, I'm just kind of going overboard here. My natural nails will not hold polish. When I was doing polish on bare nails, I had to touch up or redo every single day. I mean, it would just peel off and chip off, and acrylics worked better, but we can't always get to the nail salon. COVID was crazy. Trying to get to the nail salon. Okay, so I'm going to separate these. There are 2 tabs. There's a purple tab and a gray tab. The purple tab is attached just as a protective coating. And then I'm going to lift up the gray tab, and there is the product. It is base coat, polish, and top coat all in one. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use it on my pinky. It might be a little bit big for my pinky, which reminds me I need to get, I'm in the process of kind of reorganizing my office, and oh my gosh, you should, out of camera range, you should see this place. It's a mess. Okay, I'm going to put it right above the cuticle, as close to the cuticle as I can get without getting it on the cuticle. If you get it on the cuticle, it won't seal at this end because it'll be on your cuticle instead of the nail. Then you're going to push up and out to the sides, all the way to the end. Now, if you keep this part from folding in on itself, especially if you have short nails, I'm not sure if mine are short enough, you can actually, I'll show you what you do. Go all the way to the end, go behind the nail and perforate. And then I'm just going to leave that extra there for at least 10 minutes. You can see there's a little bit of extra. That keeps it from shrinking. I mean, if it does shrink, you're not going to see the end of your nail. If you file it each nail as you get done, you might have a little shrinkage. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take this and pull the tab off. Put that little sticky thing over here. And we're going to see, I'm going to take the rounded end and see if it's long enough to do. It is. So my nails are short enough this time. By the way, I've moved my cuticles back and I've trimmed my nails, all that kind of stuff before I do this. I can just take that other half and use it on the other hand. So if you have short enough nails, you can get 2 full sets plus a few extras out of 1 pack. And our packs range, solids are 11, glitters are 12, designs like this are 13, and then we have some prisms that are 14. They're always buy 3, get 1 free, and our French manicures are buy 1, get 1 free. Okay, that's just sliding off my computer. So it's a little bit big. I don't know if you can see that. And all I'm going to do is take my cuticle stick, the other end, and I'm just going to perforate. You can use your fingernails too. I'm going to perforate that extra. Just going to make sure that that's all down. Perforate the extra and then just peel that extra off of your finger, your skin. It's wanting to stick. There we go. So you don't have to worry if it's too wide. You just put it on and then just perforate the extra off. Now, if you have super wide nails and even the widest strips are not wide enough, you can actually put them on sideways. It's a little trickier if you're doing a design like this, but you can put them sideways as long as you don't have super long nails. If you're doing a glitter like this, you can overlap the glitters, and really, unless you get right up to it, you can't see. So if you've got really, really wide nail beds, you can still use these products. You just have to get a little bit more creative. All right. Well, this is going to be way, oh, I did both my, okay. I already took that off, so I better keep going. I forgot I did both my pinkies. I get talking and I forget. So I'm going to do my pointer finger. So I'm going to have a lot of this snowman land left. I love plaid, so I can save a lot of that plaid and do that later when it's not snowing and I don't want a snowman with it. So this one's a little bit too wide, so I don't think this is going to be long enough, so I may have to go get another twosie. We'll see. We'll see. It might. If I would have torn it straight, I think it would have worked, but I tore it kind of crooked, but let's see. I was going to see if I can show you, I don't know if this is big enough, show you how, I'm so uncoordinated, show you how you can overlap a glitter. My problem, big problem, is that I can't see very well today because of this eye thing going on. Well, let me go out of camera range for just a minute. I'll get another twosie. And I will, actually, you know what? Nope, I'm going to show you something else that we can do. I will show you something else. It's kind of cool. So I'm just going to trim that extra before I do the next step. I'm going to show you how you can get kind of creative. Now, there are people that get super creative. I am going to take one of these, and that protective top thing sticks to my fingers half the time. I'm going to just lay it sideways, covering. Oh, I'm gonna have to go out of camera range in a minute, I think, so I can see. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And that's a little bit too far. I'm just gonna do it diagonally and put just a little bit of it on the tip of my finger there. I'll still smooth it on like normal. And then I'm going to take the other side and do the same thing on the other hand. See if they're, yeah, it's about the same. Okay, and then I'm going to come back with my cuticle stick. I almost lost it. I don't know if you are anything like me, but I can sit in one place and lose something without even moving. Usually ends up that it has fallen on the floor or something, but by the way, we start with our pinky and do our thumbs last because you'll see how much I'm going to be using my thumb. It does take about 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on how warm your hands are, what the temperature in the air is, for it to firmly seal to your nails. So it will try to lift up a little bit if you do anything strenuous. You don't want to get your hands submerged in water, do dishes, anything like that for about an hour. And then it's like totally good. So that's how it looks. So let me get this one finished. I hope I'm in camera range because I can't see the camera. So I'm just kind of using my computer because I know that the computer is in the camera range. Get that on the side there. Okay, I'm just going to fold that under for right now. So I've just got it under my nail, and then I'll go back when I'm done and I will just go behind my nails and file it off that way. Don't do it this way because then you're going to have that shrinkage. But go back here and just get all the extra off. Okay, that's it for the tricky stuff. Let me get all this mess out of here. So I'm going to put a snowman. I'm gonna use the second biggest one, which is normally for my thumb, but I'm going to use that on my middle finger because I want to separate the plaids a little bit. So now normally I would start to one side, so I only have to take off extra, but because the snowman picture is there, I'm going to put him right in the middle, and then smooth up, out to the side. Now if you get a wrinkle, or if you're having trouble getting the edges down, the cuticle stick, I like to use a rubber tipped one. It's less likely to tear the nail strip. They work super well to get things down. And I don't think this is going to be long enough. No. A lot of times I'll take this extra and use it on my toes, which probably should have done that, but I hate to disappear from camera that long, and I am certainly not bringing my, well, there's no way at my age I could bring my foot up this high. Yeah, I used to would have been able to. Getting all that extra off. If you're watching, put in the comments what your favorite nail color is, and maybe if you like to do glitters or solids. If you like, oh, I don't want to waste this one, so I'm going to show you something. I'm not sure if I can do it enough. If you have a nail strip that's just a little too narrow, you can stretch it very carefully and very gently. So you're going to put your hands on either side and you won't even feel like you're doing anything. Just stretch a little bit. Now, if you stretch too much, it will tear. So I'm just going to do it very carefully. A little tiny bit more. If you're doing a glitter or even a pattern like this and it tears, you can usually camouflage it when you put it on. Still not quite wide enough. I just want to save this other one the size that I used on this hand. I want to save it for another time. Although winter isn't that long. Well, it seems like it. When I want to wear snowman stuff isn't that long. Okay, I think that'll do it. So it made it just wide enough for that nail. Go behind here. I might even try to put those on. If they haven't dried out too much, I might put them on one of my toes. I have red on my toes right now, kind of the Karen-tastic. So I could accent one of my toenails. Not that anybody but my family sees it. Okay, so there's those. And then I'm going to take, and I just measure. Sometimes I'm not sure which, on my bare nails I know exactly which size fits on which finger, but when I've got like the dip, there's like this finger, the dip is thicker than on this finger, so, and it does take a bigger size nail the more product you have on your fingers. Oh, that's so pretty. It's not glittery, but it's got this glimmer to it that's really pretty. Just wrap the extra back. That's definitely not going to be enough extra. And I bet I'm going to have to... Now, this end is a little bit narrower than this end. So I'm going to pull this up and see if I need to stretch it or if that bottom is just enough bigger. Just gonna put it on there. Now when I started, oh my goodness, I could not get these on straight. I probably had to lift them up and reapply them 2 or 3 times before I got it on straight. And as long as you haven't touched it tons on the back and gotten some of the sticky part off, you can do that. You can reposition them. So don't worry if you get it on and you're like, oh, no, that's not the right spot. Look at that, aren't they cute? And then I'm going to do snowman on my thumb. Right above the cuticle. Press up and out to the sides. Oh, you know what? I may have to get the other one. I don't know. I bet this isn't going to be long enough to do 2. I'm so used to my nails being short. Let's see. I wonder if I put this here. I'm going to try something here. Actually, let me take the tab off. That would help. I'm just going to put this on at the top. And I'll probably have a little bit of his hat showing up above, but I think it's a busy enough design. I think it will work because I really don't want to waste a whole strip just for one finger when I could use it another time. Oh yeah, that's going to work fine. So I put the top part of the one that I took off of another nail up here to cover the end of my nail, and then I just put it over the top. And I mean, if you look really close, you can see the top of his hat, the second one, but really, unless you know it's there, you're not going to know. So I was able to save all of these for the next time. So before I go any further, I want to put these in. It's easier for me sometimes to fold them and put them in. It also makes it easier if you can grab, which I don't have right here. I don't know if that's not, here we go. If you can grab a nail file and put it behind it, then they don't try to snag on the other side of the package. So I just put them, yeah. We'll see if I can do it when I can't see very well. Oh, come on. I'm trying not to lift up any of the nails. I love this because you don't have to wait for dry time. I mean, like I said, you have to be a little careful for the first hour, just with water and that, but I can go vacuum, I can pet my dog, I can comb my hair, all of that. I don't have to worry about smudging. Okay, so put them back in there, smooth out the air, and then just seal it. And put it over here, and they'll usually last at least a couple of weeks, 3 or 4 weeks maybe. I have had some that have been in my extra nail stash for a couple of months that still work. Sometimes they're starting to dry out a little bit and they don't want to stick, but they still go around the nail nicely. And then I just put some clear nail polish down as glue, put it over the top, and you did use nail polish, but you still don't have to wait for it to dry because this is going on top, and it just kind of works as glue. So I'm just trimming off the extras on the sides. And I'm using my cuticle stick instead of my thumbnails because, I mean, I can, if I use my thumbnail and it starts to lift, I can push it back down, but I just want to give it extra time to seal and not take any chances. So I try to use this as much as possible. See that? Try to peel up a little bit. Oh, come on. This is actual nail polish, you guys. I don't know how they did this. I don't know how my car works. I don't know how my computer works or my phone works. I don't care. I just use them. So I'm not sure what they did, because this stuff on my bare nail, I think I stopped telling my story in the middle. I couldn't keep regular polish on my nails, but this stuff, I never had a problem with it coming off. The only time I have a trouble is if I have like used lotion or cuticle oil too close to the time that I have put these on, or if whatever's underneath is my acrylics or other stuff that I try to use to strengthen my nails, if that starts chipping off. Okay, it's not going to look totally perfect yet because I haven't gone in and trimmed off the extra on the tips, but isn't that cute? And how easy. Now, if I weren't talking while I was doing this would have taken me, I know, less than 10 minutes probably. And it's just a straight set without doing any of the fun stuff or stretching or anything like that, 5 minutes. I can do it in the car and there's no smell, nobody in the car going, ew, what's that smell? So great. And you just take it off with regular polish. If you've got glitters, glitter polish is always harder to get off. Just soak it. You can get those little nail clips that you can put your cotton ball soaked in remover and then put the clip over the top of it, or you can sit there and hold it, or you can just put a little tin foil around it and just sit for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and then it comes right off. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to try to shut this off without getting my unmakeuped face in the way.